I'm Matt Bishar with NAREIT.com here at the Wynn Las Vegas for REITWorld 2015, NAREIT's annual convention for all things REIT. Joining me today is Conor Flynn, President and COO of Kimco Realty Corporation. Conor, thanks so much for joining us.
Happy to be here.
Now, let's start with your upcoming transition to the CEO position. The succession plan that Dave Henry and yourself laid out was well in advance. How has that process gone?
It's been great so far. Dave Henry has been a phenomenal mentor to me, and he's been a great ambassador for Kimco over many years. So Dave has been phenomenal in terms of exposing me to his Rolodex and getting me prepared for the transition. So working with investor relations, getting out to see all of our major shareholders, working with all the analysts, and then also not losing touch of really with the operations side of it as well.
And what's been the best piece of advice that Dave's given you?
Dave really laid it out for me pretty clearly. He said that, don't lose touch of the fundamentals. Don't lose touch of that retailer interaction, because that's the lifeblood of the business. And understanding that gives you an advantage. And so I've taken that to heart to be sure that, I'd never lose touch of really what drives our business.
And as you look at 2016, as you take the helm, what are your top priorities for Kimco?
Yeah, Kimco is a phenomenal company. It's one that's one of the oldest REITs in the business, and we have really transformed the portfolio over the last 2 years. We've looked at the embedded growth of the portfolio and how to position ourselves going forward. And now we have the ability to really unlock a lot of the value that's embedded in our real estate. So we've done a lot of transformation to really be concentrated in the major metro markets across the U.S. And now it's all about execution and executing on that redevelopment pipeline that we've done a lot of work to identify. And now it's all about bringing the value out of the assets and unlocking that value.
Great. And lastly, you've been touted for your entrepreneurial ideas and some of the innovation that you've brought to Kimco, including the Kimco Entrepreneurs Year Start Program and the Leaders Advancing Business Strategy Initiative. Why do you think these sorts of forward-looking programs are so important to the company's long-term success?
Well, it's all about people, and we're at Kimco. We're striving to be the best in class, and so if you can motivate the people that you're surrounded by, that's going to take care of itself, and you're going to have outperformance. So when we look at the company, we try and motivate not only the employee base, but then we also look at the retailer base and what we can do to help facilitate some new ideas. So the Keys program is one that we help first-time startups, and so we look at entrepreneurs in the retail world and say, what can we do as a landlord to help facilitate growth? And so we look at our asset base and see that there's a need for new concepts. And so what we can do is offer first-time entrepreneurs the ability to open a new retail concept in our shopping centers with a year of free rent, to be able to understand how the business model works, hopefully able to work through the kinks, and then have a fair market value option if they're successful to be a long-term tenant in the shopping center. And this has been really successful out west, in California especially. So we've now taken that program national. And then the Labs program is one we look for internal management and really highlight the high quality of people that we're surrounded with at Kimco and look to push them to think outside the box. So we've taken a little bit of a page out of Shark Tank, and we said, come up with new ideas. It can be either on expense reductions or on revenue generation ideas. And we've put them into teams to come to senior management and say, look, give us some new ideas of what we should be funding or what we should be looking into. And it's been very successful. It turns out that all 5 of the groups were funded, and they're now off doing their due diligence to really look to see how the program's going to evolve.
Great. Well, Conor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
For more from REITworld 2015, be sure to visit REIT.com.